Hey guys, my name is Tony Filosi and I'm with Haunted Harlan County. Welcome to the very first episode of Appalachian History and Mysteries. We're going to cover everything interesting and strange in the Appalachian Mountains. Everything from UFOs to true crime, cryptids, Mothman, you name it. If it's interesting, we're going to cover it. We want to thank you for tuning in. Please give us a like and a share. Thank you so much. Deep in the vast and untamed wilderness of the Appalachian Mountains, two hunters set out on a journey, searching for the perfect hunt, armed with their bows and years of experience. They believe they are prepared for anything nature has to offer. But what they don't know is that something else is out there, something watching, something waiting. A legendary creature hidden deep in the wilds of Appalachia will make its presence known. And for these hunters, the hunt has just turned into a fight for understanding and possibly survival. Here is their story. Chad had been looking forward to this hunt for a while. He enjoyed this time of year and his cousin's company. They were going to a secluded spot known as Cold Stone Hollow in Bell County, Kentucky. They had bow hunted this area several times before. It was an excellent place to hunt and to camp. They drove up the mountain, enjoying the serene and peaceful beauty of this secluded location. They arrived a few hours before sunset and set up camp. Putting the tent up 30 yards or so from the woodline, they unloaded all the gear from the back of the truck. They started a fire. Little did they know, the peaceful evening was about to be interrupted by something that defied explanation. They were relaxing by the fire, talking about tomorrow's hunt and enjoying the conversation, when suddenly the peace and quiet was interrupted by something large walking in the woods. They looked at each other, puzzled, wondering what it could be. There were no bears in this area, and it did not sound like a deer. It sounded like it was walking, but on two legs. Then the first stone came flying out of the woods at them, landing with a heavy thud near the fire. Chad grabbed a small caliber rifle he carried for squirrel hunting. He fired several shots into the air, hoping it would scare whoever or whatever it was away. He did not want to shoot directly into the trees because of the off chance it was someone trying to scare them away from a prime hunting location. It got deathly silent. Chad and his cousin sat back by the fire and nervously started talking again. Then the other rocks came flying out of the woods. Some were as large as a basketball. Then silence. Whatever had thrown these stones had to be uncommonly strong. Chad's cousin, being a weightlifter, could only grunt and throw the largest rocks 20 feet at most. These rocks had come from inside the woodline, almost 50 yards away. They used a flashlight to scan the woods. They could see or hear nothing. Whatever it was had silently slipped away. Their camp was at least 3 miles from the main road, only one way in and one way out. If it was a person, they should have heard them running away in the dry leaves. Sleep did not come easy that night, but as more time passed, they both nodded off thinking about the hunt tomorrow. Just before daybreak, they got up, ate a small breakfast, and went into the woods. They met back at camp around noon, both men wanting to pack up and get out of the mountains as soon as they could. As they walked back into camp, they could not believe their eyes. Everything, and I mean everything, had been destroyed. Chairs were thrown around. The tent had been torn to pieces. Sleeping bags and backpacks were shredded and thrown several yards from where they left them. A huge empty cable spool that was used as a camp table had been flipped over and thrown several yards away. The cable spool weighed at least 200 to 300 pounds. It would have taken something extremely powerful to do this. The whole campsite was destroyed, but the truck was not touched. If it were vandals or someone upset about them being there, why would they not hurt the truck? As they picked up their gear, they noticed several things. The top was twisted off the cooler like a person would twist off a bottle cap. The tent was made from military-grade canvas. It was ripped to shreds, not by a knife, but by what appeared to be hands, like a human would rip up a piece of paper. There was no food in camp. They had brought very little, and had already eaten it, so it probably was not a bear. Then Chad saw a partial track of something where the heavy spool used to be. It looked like human toes, but much larger. Then a couple more tracks, clear and human-like, but not very deep. The ground was hard in this area, and it would take something huge to make that track. It looked like the work of a huge beast. The large rocks, the heavy cable spool, being thrown as if in anger, the tent torn to shreds like a piece of paper. Strange tracks. Had they encountered a Bigfoot? You decide for yourself. I have. Hey guys, thank you for watching the very first episode of Appalachian History and Mysteries. We would love to hear what you thought about it. So please hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you would like to see more of. True crime, UFOs, cryptids, Mothman, Mothwoman, Moth Kid. We don't care. We will absolutely try to bring it to you. But seriously, thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us tremendously. Until next time, this is Tony Filosi with Appalachian History and Mysteries. Thank you.